Thank you, Dustin, for your introduction. My name is Dwayne Borchik, and as Dustin had stated, I will be continuing on with our presentation. I will continue to explain the type of game we are presenting, the setting, and the characters that are in the game, as well as discussing the player interaction through our proposed game. As the introduction stated, we are trying to move from a slash and bash 'em type game to a more role-playing zombie game. Therefore, our game will be a role-playing game where the main character, TJ, will have a mission to find a cure as well as save his or her true love interest. The setting of our game will be in a city in the future where our character is after leaving his true or her true love, bitten by a zombie and thus becoming infected, but finds out through the fact they want to save their true love that the infection can be held in check for a time. So we find our character at the front door of his or her love, and they hear a scream. After entering the house, they find that their true love is being attacked by zombies, and thus in turn saves them and kills the zombies. Now, through realizing through a TV emergency signal that they must get to a hospital or relief station for a cure and safety, our characters will then move through the post-zombie city to find help, supplies, and the cure. However, TJ must remember to protect his true love from the Scullys at all times. Now, our character will move from the house through the city to a hotel where they will find a resting place as well as a good place to set up a base camp to find supplies. From the hotel, they will proceed out to the shopping center where they will find a drugstore, a hardware store, a sporting goods store, and a grocery store where they can supply up. He can find weapons, stuff to eat, stuff to drink, and clothing to wear to protect him and his loved one. After they get back to the hotel owner and they're well supplied, they will proceed to the theater where they first met each other. And they will find others there and a relief team that is said to have set up a station there. The theater will have 12 different theaters that need to be explored to find the right theater that holds the relief party. After finding the relief substation and getting the directions from the relief station, they will move through the city to the true relief station. At that station, they will receive help, rest, and be resupplied to move the rest of the way through the city to the final stage, the hospital, and receive the cure. Now comes the twist. As TJ enters into the hospital and finds that his true love will be saved, he finds that he needed to bring an item with him that should have been found throughout the game. If TJ has the item that is needed, he can proceed to be cured by the medical staff and thus be okay. If not, he needs to head back through the city to find the said item in order to be saved. After which, when he retrieves the cure, the game is over and thus ends the game. Our character will be including TJ, who is our main character. Now, a naming token or card will be found throughout the game so that the actual player can rename their character to be whatever name they would like to be. His or her true love will also be named by the main character, since we don't know if it's going to be a female or a male. There will be zombies that are infected people that choose not to be cured. There will be Scullys, who are the true zombies. They are the ones that are there to stop TJ. Other infected people and their protected people will be in the game, since it is a multiplayer game. So they will find those as well throughout the game. There will be relief agents throughout the game that will help TJ. And finally, the medical staff that will produce the cure for TJ. Our player interaction for TJ will include interacting with the zombies, the Scullys, especially the Scullys, any of the other multiplayers that are in the game, the relief agents, and, of course, the medical staff. He will interact with all of those. The main one that he will react with is the Scullys. He must fight the Scullys in order to stop them from attacking his loved one and killing her or him, and then the same. He will also need to interact with the area around him. There will be cabinets, boxes, bags, stuff that he needs to open up that may have things that he can use to find, to have water, food, weapons in it. He will need to interact with all that. This is going to be a role-playing game, so his choices he makes will also affect the outcome of the game. He can choose not to enter into a building and fight off the zombies or Scullies, which will make more Scullies show up as he proceeds through the game, but he may also lose a good weapon that he could have used throughout the game. It's a multiplayer game, so he has the choice of interacting with other players throughout the game. So he will be interacting with them if he chooses. If he doesn't choose, again, he may lose out on them giving him something, giving him extra supplies that he might be able to use because they have an overabundance. Also, the character will have to interact with the zombies. He will need to decide whether or not to attack the zombies or not attack the zombies. They are threatening, but they're not the true threat. He may have to see them in a room. That room may have something in it that he could use, so he may have to attack and kill the zombies in order to get the item. But he must definitely attack the Scullies, which are dead, skull-looking skeletal creatures that he must attack. If he does not interact and attack and eliminate those Scullies, they will be more as the game progresses. That's the end of my presentation. I hope it was very informative and that you enjoyed it. Coming up next will be Zenobia. She will be continuing on with the staging of the game and what sources we're going to use. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation.